Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. It's time to move forward. Unless we want to use that Haro on anybody. I don't think so. I think everybody's... Okay. I'll finally put a Haro on the Zeta. You twisted my arm, game. Okay. Time to move forward. Gardam Flagship Bridge. Kisarage Chitose, allow me to be the first to personally welcome you to Gardam. I am Alforz Ram Halharis, commander of the Gardam's 8th Fleet. You guys have been stalking the Yamato ever since we came out of Dimensional Rift. What's your deal? What brings you all the way out here? You all should be flattered. That's how valuable we view you all to be, especially that AI robot of yours. That AI robot is called Nine, if you don't mind. Regardless, I'd like to make one thing clear. We ain't come all this way for fun. For us, this is well and truly a homecoming of sorts. A homecoming? That's an interesting choice of words. Our history's a lengthy one. Long ago, the Super Civilization Gardam was, in fact, a great interstellar nation that was found in this very galaxy. It was an orderly society, run purely by rationality and efficacy. There was no waste to how we did things. Our ways were going to spread throughout the galaxy. You gotta either be really confident or completely full of yourselves to call yourself a super civilization. When you talk like that, it just sounds like you guys bullied other planets into following you in your beliefs. Your presumption is that we merely invaded other planets speaks to how primitive your language and philosophy remain, even after Terrans have reached out into space. No, we merely brought enlightenment, because no other Imperials ever claimed that. Those who embraced it were rewarded with prosperity and a peaceful future. All this for a small price of your own freedom and pride as a living being. You're right, that's totally a fair trade. Chitose here being super sarcastic and angry is my speed. I love it. I can tell you rather than approach matters rationally, you prefer to rely on your so-called intuition. Yours is a mind that's clearly not developed much at all. You might as well be an infant who just learned to talk. I'm glad you're not my psychologist, seriously. Alright, riddle me this, smart guy. Why did Gardam ever leave the galaxy? I mean, other than the fact you guys had no friends. You can blame Iskandar for that. We've been embroiled in a long, bitter war with them, thanks in no small part to their wave motion energy. Iskandar? They never looked like the type to fight me. You Terrans seem to view the Iskandarians as emissaries of peace, but sadly the reality is somewhat more complicated. Isn't it always? Allow me to educate you on the truth of the Iskandarians. Is this true? I presume you have some idea of what this film means. That light, it looks like the wave motion cannon. Precisely. The destruction, fearsome power of wave motion energy. Iskandar has used wave motion energy to attack many planets in the past. You thought I actually believed that? It's clearly nothing but a fake story made to deceive us. If that's what you believe, I understand. After all, I'd imagine you'd have to tell yourself that in order to wipe away any doubts about the truth. Indeed, the Iskandarians nearly drove us to extinction. In the end, Gardam's 8th Fleet ultimately became the civilization's one last hope for survival. You can't be serious. I can't imagine them doing that. Whether you choose to believe me or not is up to you. You can only understand so much with such a primitive mind. Yeah, sure, let me go on another tangent for a second. What is Nine? What was she really built to do? The story of that AI is long and winding, one intertwined with the unfortunate downfall of Gardam. I could discuss it, but it'll make a long conversation even longer. Then just go over the basics. I don't need everything. But there's one thing all you intellectually deficient species have in common. It's a desire to rush everything. I love this guy. Negging us the entire fucking time. I'm sorry, no. Negging would be if he was, actually almost charming about it and was giving us, light criticism. Him literally calling us, species below him and being super, racist about it. Not as charming. Nevertheless, it is my job at the end of the day to enlighten, so I'll try to accommodate your sad needs. You do know how to be considerate sometimes. Thanks. There's no need to thank me. Leadership, education, and enlightenment are duties for everyone within Gardam. You just never give your ego stroking a rest, do you? Though I spoke of us nearly going extinct earlier, that's not to say we merely sat idly by and let it happen to us. One of the many measures we took to combat our circumstances, something called Nevenlina. Nevenlina? What's that? Never heard of it. Nevenlina is a system designed to rebuild our civilization. If it ever disappeared, the system would cultivate the environment on another planet and rebuild Gardam anew. The completion of that system is the utmost priority to us, and was essentially the reason why we sought out the AI that worked and fought alongside you. What? I don't know how it came to be in your hands, but 9, as you call it, is a slave terminal of sorts for the Nevenlina system. So what you're saying is that she's part of the ERS-100, Earth Regeneration System, which is actually made to help Gardam rejuvenate its own civilization. Suddenly everything's starting to finally add up. Now to make it more sense why Soji and 9 couldn't bring themselves to trust Iskandar. They must have known about your past dealings with it. That would explain why Soji joined Gardam in the first place. I guess he wanted to use that Nevenlina system to save Earth and bring it back to life. Perhaps I underestimated you and your intuition earlier. It gives me hope that the terminal will be useful to us. Useful? What are you guys planning to do with her? The AI is in possession of highly valuable data that Gardam couldn't acquire alone in its current state. Once that data is all pierced together, we should at last be able to complete Nevenlina and begin reconstructing Gardam in earnest. What kind of data could she have that'd be so valuable? The data on Terrans. What? What can you do with data on us? As it stands, the 8th Fleet has all of one human being among its ranks, making any data to be derived from this individual highly subjective and relative. The soldiers and commanders we've made using the existing data on humans, we have are mere prototypes, ones that critically failed in terms of expressiveness. So 9 data is valuable because you spent so much time with humans because of Haven Defenders. Indeed. Likewise, despite his limitations, Soji Murakumo has been useful as someone close to the AI. In fact, it was my sincere hope that conflict would brew between you two so as to assist these efforts. So it was to you, huh? This sick, dumb game? It was more than that, but you two played your parts well. Glad I could help. Now, are you going to keep your promise, Soji, and save Earth, or what? Naturally. I'm a man of my word. However, that revival will have to come after Gardam's own reconstruction. How long is that supposed to take? We don't have time. Use whatever semblance of a brain you have for once. How long do you expect it to take when we're rebuilding something that once occupied vast swaths of the galaxy? Our current plan estimations are in 5-year increments. Knowing that, I expect it to take about 20 years before Gardam will have retaken its place in this galactic power. In the meantime, we intend to use your planet, Terran, as the cornerstone of our new nation and civilization. What? You can't seriously think you can do that? Call it an invasion if you must. It's well established that your conception of ways is extremely limited. Just imagine, if you will, a savage, unrefined species such as yours being brought into Gardam's enlightened fold. What an honor to be asked to join us, truly. You tricked him. Soji would never agree to that. I'm frankly quite surprised to hear you make such a claim. I assure you haven't once ever lied to him about this. At most, he's taken my honest words and chosen to interpret them in a way that's most convenient for him. Really, this is all a quite good opportunity for all involved. Now that Terminal can learn about Terran emotions from him that it didn't manage to pick up from you. I'm especially interested in it learning to spare. I don't think I've ever hated anyone as much as I hate you now. Is that supposed to be an insult? Insult me somehow? Try again. There's no need for someone like me to get worked up over a lowly dog that's been overcome with a barking fit. In case you couldn't tell, I'm gonna murder this motherfucker for calling her a bitch. You didn't be so overly concerned. We have no intention of disposing you for the time being. Then what do you have in mind for me? Eventually we're gonna ask you to help us collect more data from the terminal, seeing as how she knows you the most. But right now we have more pressing matters to attend to. Such as wiping out the Scomillans first and foremost. They've ruled the roost in our absence for long enough, I'd say. Scenario 49. Closing the books. Just try me, Terrans, I dare you. This is as far as you'll ever come. Cheater Dragon, Nadesco C, and... Oops. Not the Quant. Okay. Zeta, double Zeta, Quantum Destiny. Fine. How could this be? I never thought I'd live to see a day when hostile aliens would ever step foot in the capital city of Belarus. Hey, Setsuna, are the ELS finally gonna leave us alone? Yeah, they shouldn't come after us anymore. They're still not sure what to make of us humans, but at least we've made the first step. And what about the Gamillans? If they attack the ELS again, we could all be in trouble. Definitely. If the ELS are attacked, I imagine they'll fight back for real this time out of self-defense. We can't let that happen. Then we'll really be stuck fighting here forever. That's why we have to work to end this fighting with the Gamillans finally. It can't go on like this. Commander, enemy flagship sighted. Alright, it's time we ended this war between Gamillans and the Earth for good. In order to do that, we have to do nothing less than bring down Deathslayer himself. Understood? Yes, sir. Hang in there, Chitose. You'll be out soon. As soon as this battle is over, we're coming over to get you right away. That's a promise. The target is the enemy flagship. Any unnecessary damage to the city itself is strictly forbidden. All units, you're to aim strictly for the enemy flagship. Avoid damaging the city whenever possible. And it's just like that, Yamada. Come right over to me. Once your ship and the people of Belarus are out of the way, Camillus can finally usher in a dawn of a new era. Uh-oh. Within 3 turns, defeat all other enemies, and HP for Deathslayer II, his flagship, falls below 20,000. You don't have to beat it, thankfully. But as you can see, the enemies are real close. So don't worry about a cell or anything. You're not gonna need it. Gonna get some easier kills here and there. Really? You'd better kill it. God damn it, Shin! There we go, NTD. Yeah, sure, okay. Just a whole pile of disappointment. Fine, system seizure. We'll finally do it. I wasn't expecting to need it this early, but apparently I do. Give your stats to everybody in that area. Change Shin Rygar. Progress is being made. I need one more kill, and then most of my units should have the focus they need to move on. Sensor, Mazen powered. There we go. Valor. Mazen power. Now the rest of the small ships, I'm probably just gonna let them attack us and die. So but after the bigger ones. Just gonna wipe out as many folks as I can. Don't need to one-shot everything. I can let them attack me on their turn, and then they can be wiped out. Just conserve some SP. Let's actually have you assemble. Final Breast Nova. I sent Daitarn this way. Alright. That's our first turn. You know what? It's Ryoma's weakest attack. We haven't seen it for a while though. Hey! Same!
この程度か大した相手ではないな俺たちとゲッターを甘く見るんじゃねえゲッターバトルウィングあー
You know what? Sure. Why are you all attacking Ryoma? There we go, some variety. Attack the Yamato. I mean, the result's gonna be the same, but at least you're attacking somebody else. And canonically, you all should hate him the most. Alright, let's see what this battleship volume looks like this. I'm fairly certain it's exactly like all the others we've seen, except they're blue ships instead of green. Yep. Final beam. Hey, look! Dazzler. Concentrate fire on the Gamillan flagship. Yes, sir. Setting the Gamillan flagship is our primary target. It's been fun, Yamato. I wish we could keep doing this for a little while longer. Keep your eyes squarely on me, Terrans. You're in for a real surprise soon.
対艦戦闘でガミラスが遅れを取るありえない
that it? That's all you're hitting this with? Okay. As you can tell, this fight's not gonna last much longer. So there's gonna be a couple of hitches. Let's find out what the hitches are, shall we? Gotta wipe out the rest of these battleships. That's strange. I thought I saw her she got a new SP ability. Alright, you nerds. Pull your weight. Fucking fuck-ups. They're both high enough level. They should be able to do this. But whatever. But now as you finish that one off, Akito, finish this one off. Oh, we have a tiny plane near us. I'm glad I noticed. So that would have been super embarrassing if I didn't get the SR point, because I neglected to kill this. There we go. It's been fun playing with you, Terrans, truly. Unfortunately, time's up now. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. These guys aren't pulling any punches today, are they? I'm detecting a sudden burst of high energy. What the hell just happened? I don't know, but what are those things over there? Look, it's Gardam! So these were the guys who attacked Gamilus. This is Alphors Rom Halharis, commander of the Gardam's 8th Fleet. I have a message for whoever's in charge of the Gamillans here. So the ever-mysterious 8th Fleet have shown up right on my doorstep. Works for me. Now I don't have to come to you all myself. From what I understand, it appears as though the Great Megalithic Cloud has fallen under tyrannical rule during our absence. That ends today with us. It's time that you and your people underwent a substantial reformation at the hands of Gardam. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Commander Alphors. I am Abelt Dessler, the Supreme Leader of the Great Gamilus Empire. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling especially inclined to heed your call for this reformation of yours. Such insolence. Let me propose something else, Commander. You and your men can go back to being ancient history, along with the Terrans and the rest of the city once I'm done here. He ran away. He doesn't seem that big of a threat after all. Supreme Leader, you don't mean to suggest you intend on abandoning us here, do you? I'm getting a reading of some huge structure out in orbit. Estimated weight, 60 million tons. Currently descending from Lagrange Point L1. Predicted impact point is calculated to be here, the Gamilus Executive Office Building. What? Gamilus Executive Office Building! Vice Commander, sir, what's happening? I don't know. I'll try to contact Supreme Leader and see what he knows. What is it, Hiss? I've just got on board the Polaris 2nd. I'm a little busy with work right now. My liege, what are you intending to do? Why is an industrial zone from Polaris 2 falling towards the capital? It'll destroy the city! Oh, that. You could call it a rite of passage. A rite of passage? For what? My plan is to wipe out all of Polaris, along with the Terrans and the surviving forces of Gardam. A noble sacrifice that'll usher in a new age for Gamilus. What? Are you serious? I had originally come down to the planet just to lure the Terrans and say my goodbyes to the people, but I can't complain about bringing Gardam along too. And not just any part of Gardam, the 8th Fleet, the last remnants that disappeared from history. I sent a reconnaissance team out to the Milky Way galaxy on a lark because I read that the survivors had fled there. I didn't expect them to find anything. Your Excellency, I don't know what to think. Once this operation is complete, I intend to lower the Polaris II onto the surface of Iskandar itself. From this moment, this mobile city fortress is henceforth the new imperial capital of Gamilus. This shall be the new center of my grand empire. And what's more, the Polaris II will serve as a link connecting our great worlds of Iskandar and Gamilus. What about us, sire? What are we to do? Nothing. This is where we part ways. It's now my job to ensure we successfully unify with Iskandar for the sake of all the Empire, including yours. Do you understand what you're doing? You're effectively annihilating your own citizens. Yes, which is why I must do it myself. I alone must carry that sin of sacrificing our great people, so that Gamilus may have a bright, prosperous future. It's a sin I know I can never atone for, and I will carry it to my grave if I must. What the hell? He's completely lost his mind! What kind of a leader do you think you are, Dessler? Wow. The second in command, Hiss, isn't the one who betrayed anybody. He got betrayed! That's a plot twist and a half. I have an urgent message for the Gardam commander. Propose an immediate ceasefire so we can help people evacuate the city. Will you cooperate with us? I don't understand why such a proposal is necessary. Damn, what is Gardam planning to do then? We return to the great Magellanic Cloud so as to reform Gamilus. However, as people are so insipid as you Terrans, they shall be eradicated. Such means are necessary in order to ensure the revival of the super civilization Gardam is successful. What? Did everyone decide to just go insane today? He's not going to be satisfied until Gardam massacres every last Gamillan that's here in the city. There's still time, Terrans. If you wish to flee, I suggest you do so soon. Unlike the basic technology you carry aboard your ship, we need a little time to perform a super space transfer. They're going to warp that structure right before it hits? Leave it to a supposed super civilization to actually have technology to move things between dimensions, I guess. But if we pull out now, though, we have no intention of sacrificing ourselves. Moreover, I'm rather interested in the wave motion engine that your ship is carrying. No, not just the engine. The whole ship. It's vital that we have it if Earth is ever to be revitalized. Did you just say something about Earth? Indeed I did. That planet is to be Gardam's new home when we rebuild our civilization in earnest. You mean you want to invade Earth? Hell, you still think you can have the Yamato? We're not listening to anything you have to say until you give us back Chitose, Soji, and Nine. Unfortunately, I can't agree with that. All three of them are quite useful to us now. Useful? You just seem to be you just see them as tools to use as you like? Yes. Furthermore, the AI is something we originally built, so if anything, she's our property and ours alone. What does it matter who she belongs to? She's alive! That's right, Nine's a friend of ours! Calling the AI your friend and claiming it's alive. Never heard of anything more absurd in my life. You certainly are an inferior species for a reason. How dare you! You're not even going to try and understand us? All units, prepare to intercept Gardam. Commander, are you sure? Yes. We have to fight Gardam here, not just protect ourselves, but also the people of the Earth and the innocent citizens of Valeris. Roger that. Good to hear. It's about time we finally put Gardam in its place for good. And we don't have much time at all. Indeed, if my calculations are correct, we have all 4 minutes to get the job done. We'll take all we can get. All units, take down Gardam flagship within 4 minutes. Once that's gone, we're going to hit that falling structure with everything we've got and destroy it. That's not a whole lot of time to work with at all, but it's better than nothing. You'll be out soon, Chitose and Nine. Hold on! We'll quash that power-hungry dictator and come rescue you two really soon. I'd love to see you all try. Alright, we have to defeat the Slinvarsa within 4 turns of it appearing. Fortunately, in case you haven't noticed, several of our units are no longer able to attack. Thankfully, many of them are. Wow. Actually wasn't expecting that to kill it. Oh well. I'm okay with that too. Also, base transition cannon. You have bravery. That'll do nice. Because that gives you charge. Oh look! A Madivia, piloted by Commander. Yep, you're gonna see that a lot. Any special unit is piloted by AI or android version of the former soldier that used to pilot it. Bravery as well, because you can do this. Oh, you do get a 100 attack point bonus if you completely defeat Dessler's ship instead of just letting it run. Don't worry about it, it doesn't change anything. You just get 100 more points. Which, I mean, that's reasonable if you still need that, especially in your first playthrough. You might have some attack points that you're still building up to try and make your units better.
Perfect cannon! Hasha!
Bye-bye. Ah, Ryoma. Smasher. But yeah, now that we've learned a lot more about Gardam, a lot of their behavior makes a lot more sense. Any unit we thought that seemed to have a personality was them basically creating a test bed for being like, can we remake people? And they were always disappointed when they didn't quite come out the way they wanted. But what they wanted was also very combat-oriented as opposed to making, you know, fully realized actual people. So, you can tell where their priorities lied. Ryo's kind of taking a beating. May actually have to heal him. Okay. Oh God, Shin! When did that happen? Okay, first off, I'm gonna do something dumb just for the sake of doing this. I didn't need to do that, but it's for later. Don't worry about it. Okay, got your health back. You know what? Since we don't get to see his attacks very often, yeah, Getter is running out of energy. Maybe I should have used it on him. Energy back. Everything's fine. Resupply is a bitch! I wasn't sure I was actually going to have an excuse to use resupply, so I already burned it on somebody else. I'm going for an achievement. Don't worry about it. You know, it's not something that'll help you if you're playing along. Don't worry. This I'll actually watch, because I like the Cluster Smash.
母艦を叩き戦局を決定づける。残念だがこれで終わりだ。食らいなさい。
損傷警備方向に消
Doing that's one of my battleships. Not bad. What? Why are the Terrans still here? Could they be staying to protect us? This was an interesting turn of events. Perhaps there really is more to you Terrans than I initially suspected. But it matters not what you do here. Once this is over, I'll thoroughly examine every bit of that AI's data. Slinvarsa Interior. I figured now's a good time as any to run away, but I'm not really sure where to. Or how, for that matter. Halt, Kisaragi Chitose. If you surrender now, I can guarantee your safety. What the heck? Are you guys always able to guess what I'm about to do next? You really want to know how? Here's your answer. Ah, blank-eyed 9. 9. Now I get it. You, of all people, would be able to read me best, so you told Gardam what to do, huh, 9? My name is not 9. It is Slave 2044. Okay, sure, you got me. I'm not good at naming things in general, but I know for a fact that 9 is a better name for you than that dumb serial number. Can I just say, throughout this and the previous scenario, this is like peak Chitose why I like her, because she's so different from before. She is really confident, really sarcastic, but still like, you know, she still self-analyzes a little bit. Any name beyond my basic designation is unnecessary. What's wrong with you, 9? That's not how you talk. You used to be so sassy. I like that way better. I do not understand. Come on, 9, just snap out of it already. We've got things to do and people to see right now. Yes, I remember. The Nevenlina system is meant to revive the super civilization Gardam. No, not that! We're supposed to be saving Earth right now, silly! Our friends and Haven Defenders are fighting outside right now. You can probably hear them, right? And we should be out there fighting with them. I do not understand. 9, please. We're partners. I need you. Don't tell me you've forgotten me. Diminished hostility detected. Proceeding to apprehend. 9, no! Those are tears. Yes, tears. Human exhibit those when they feel profound sadness and pain. Is this human crying because she is pleading for her life? No, that can't be the reason. Sis, you're crying for me, aren't you? Didn't take long! 9, you're back! Transmitting code. All units, I order you to halt. 9! Oh my god, 9, you're okay! This is real, right? I'm not dreaming? I'm sorry, sis. Forgive me. I've been terrible to you. It's fine, Nine. I know you couldn't quite control yourself earlier. That's okay, because you managed to beat them, Nine. You didn't give in to them. Only because you cried for me, sis. You understand what those tears meant. That's a huge victory for you as an android. That's all in the past, though. We need to find a way to get way out and give Gardam a nice hard kick in the butt. What do you say? Yes, that sounds good to me, sis. You never change, do you, Chitose? Oh crap, it's a soldier! Don't call me that. I'm not just any old soldier. It's me. Remember who I am, right? Ghoulie, is that you? Yep. You said some pretty interesting stuff earlier. I don't understand what you're doing. I guess I'm defective. When you said my name earlier during that fight, it finally resonated with me deep down. It made me remember everything and how I'm actually S3429Y, an android who inherited Ghoulie Goblerus' will and his love for speed. So you're an android just like Nine, then? Yeah. Let me thank you for all your help, Chitose. I brought someone here. I bet you'll be happy to see you again. Yo, Chitose. Soji! That should just about make us even. I don't get it. Are you trying to help us? Don't get any funny ideas. You and I are still enemies. The reason I hand him back over to you so I can stop feeling I owe you one and get back to beating you. I'm more than happy to oblige. I could really vent some of this stress myself. Just hurry up and get inside your mech. We've got some unfinished business to take care of. Believe me, I'd love to, but I have no idea where the Grand Vang even is. Don't worry, sis. It's still safe. Rest assured. That's not the Grand Vang. Holy cow, is that? That is the Vangray II. Jeez, Nine, when the heck did you find time to make it? You were the one who taught me that we can never truly regain what we've lost, so you repaired it on the sly. I get you. I didn't just repair it. In fact, I made some fundamental improvements to it as well. I couldn't expect any less from you, Nine. Good job. But we're running out of time, sis. You and Soji get inside now. Hurry. Huh? You're not coming with us? I'll find you two and meet up later. Alright, go do what you need to do. Just don't keep us waiting too long, you hear? Wow, the acceleration on this thing is amazing now. You really put in the work to make this shine, Nine. Chitose, is that you? Yep, Nine's got a little business to take care of, but I've got Soji back with us safe and sound. Soji, good to have you back, man. I'm so glad to see you're doing okay. Yeah, I guess. It's not your fault, Soji. It's okay. It's Gardam who manipulated you. They're the ones to blame here. But I still feel horrible. We fought and everything. Stop. We already forgive you. Do you see anybody still mad at you? No, I don't think so. Then we're fine. Let's move on already. We've still got to fight Gardam right now. And I think we've got our first opponent. Are you ready to fight or what, Chitose? As ready as I'll ever be, buddy. But will you make this quick? You're not the only one I have an appointment with today. Oh, I'll make this quick. This mecha is the best one I've ridden yet. Now I can even go even faster at you than ever before. What exactly am I seeing here? We're not sure. We didn't anticipate this development. I like it. I like it a lot. You Terrans never cease to be an intriguing lot to observe in the heat of battle. Hold on tight, Soji. This could be a battle of speed. If we don't hit him hard and he can hit us, he'll never call it quits. Okay, I'll hold on to whatever I can. Let's get started already, Chitose. I'll blow you away faster than the blink of an eye. Alright. Cannot let Chitose be defeated. But now, Chitose is currently riding the Vangray II. No power parts or anything. It's exactly the same as before, including the tactical charge maneuver Rekka. No subpilot or anything, just like before. We'll fight Ghoulie in just a second. We gotta clear out some of the riffraff first. Actually, let's not. I have a better idea. First, I'm gonna weaken him a bit. Ghoulie's back to his old self, fully.
最小限に抑えた。
Alright. And I did that, so I can do this. You remember the day we fought Chitose, right? How could you forget? Ghoulie, you... Oh, you bet. Like how you humiliated me that day. I'll pay you back for that and then some. I don't know how much I can fight without Nine's help here. I've got to do something. I'm sure Nine's fighting road battles right now, too. The classic. But she can finally do this without Nine's support. Before, she couldn't. As much as Chitose likes to doubt herself and whatnot, this is clearly a show of how much she's improved. She's able to use the Bang Ray to its fullest without Nine helping. What's the matter, Chitose? I thought you were going to trying to be faster than me. Yeah, I thought so, but I guess I'm at my limit. Wait, Chitose, look over there. I might not be able to beat you on my own, but together with my partner Nine, anything's possible. Alright, Nine, you know what to do. Yes, sis. Soji, I'm going to take off for a little while. You look after the Bang Ray for me, okay? My apologies for taking so long, sis. It took me a little time to get the Bang Ray back. Grand Bang, sorry. No harm, no foul as far as I'm concerned. All I care about is being able to fight back now. I agree. Let's get to it. Chitose, I've been wanting to get back at that mech for a good long while. They say time heals all wounds, but I guess you still haven't forgotten that loss, have you? Not at all. But this time you're going down, Chitose. I hate to break it to you, Ghoulie, but you don't have a chance of winning Nine's back. Wow, is it just me or is the power output going up? My technology originally comes from Gardam, so I decided to make some improvements to the Grand Bang while I was on their ship, seeing as I was in the neighborhood. These improvements include new armaments that I drafted up myself. This could be good enough to even be an even match for Medivh Deg now. Jeez, you went all out, didn't you, Nine? I really owe you one for everything you've done. I can't let you guys have all the fun. Let me pilot the Bang Ray a second, Chitose and Nine. Only if you're really sure about it, Soji. I'm done just sitting back and worrying. I want to fight now, too. Earth needs my best right now. Alright, you can come along. Focus on covering me, alright? Sounds like you got it ready to have a real fight now, Chitose. Oh, we're more than ready now, Ghoulie. We'll hit you as hard and fast as we can and then some. Good. That's what I've wanted all along. I can't wait to see which of us is faster now. You and me both. The fight is officially on. That's right! Bang Ray II now has the pilot of Soji, Marakumo. We will be upgrading him to hell and back in just a bit after this fight. But, yep, he gets all the same abilities. It's our old unit, through and through. It actually has higher stats now. The Bang Ray II has higher stats than Bang Ray I. You only get this if in the previous mission you defeated the other protagonist with the one you chose. But yeah, they get that unit after that. But guess what we have? So this entire time I had not given Hitting Away to Chitose. People might have thought, that doesn't seem very efficient, seeing as how her best ability is not post-movement. That's because that wasn't her best ability. This is. Say hello to Decisive Cannon Fire Mode Koga. Just in case. Because it'll be fun. I love this attack. There is one complaint about it, but we'll get to that later. I wanted to show it off.
System All Green 行くわよグランマングこれが私たちの全てよお疲れ様でしたね
We get voice acting from 9! Yay! course we've gotten some before, but you know. Damn it. Don't tell me I lost again. Ghoulie, I have no regrets. My life may have been a little on the short side, but I feel I've made the most of my time. Thank you, Chitose. I'm glad we got to meet each other. Oh, poor Ghoulie. Something is bothering me, though. Why was he the only soldier among many who managed to regain his own ego? Who knows? That's just kind of how life goes. We can't ever hope to understand every last thing we see happen. Lots of things are just luck of the draw, like he and I fighting and the two of us meeting each other. So improbable, yet kind of miraculous when they happen. Goodbye, Ghoulie. It's sad to think that everyone you knew back at Gardam will probably erase you from their memories soon enough. But I'll never forget you for the rest of my life. You may have taken a bad turn with Gardam, but I know deep down you were just doing what your heart told you. Okay. That stupid cut-in. Where she, flexes so hard that she snaps the buttons on her chest. It's dumb, I know. But God, for some reason, has some charm to it that I like. And I don't mean the perverted kind. I mean the putting your heart into it kind. It's just, I want to criticize it because it's dumb. But my heart doesn't let me. It's good, okay? I really like it. Even though that attack basically amounts to fire a big S laser. It's got some real charm to it. I really like it. Alright, so Soji is going to get some chance to shine in just a bit. We have to get rid of this commander. Yeah, a bunch of our units aren't going to get involved in this fight. Don't worry about it. Rem! Yeah, for the plot. The quote-unquote plot. Yes, that's exactly why I watched it. You of all people calling me out on this, so I'd expect that. But yes, if you choose Soji as your main character and he's in the Grand Bang, he's in the cutscene, and obviously he doesn't do something as ridiculous as that. But still. Only one other unit over here to beat up. And then only one big boy left. L4's himself. And that's a hell of a battleship. Chain of Command. All ally units actually gain number of ally units in map divided by 5. So it's an interesting little special ability. The more units that are on the field, the more accurate all of them are. It's a bit weird. I need to get someone in melee to show off one of its attacks. So let's do that real fast. No, get her change. There we go. And I'm gonna actually use Persist just in case. I hate stupid guys like you the most. You act all high and mighty like you're above fighting, and then here you are, just charging in the front lines. As commander of the Super Civilization Gardam's 8th Fleet, I don't take kindly to being referred to by someone of a lesser as stupid. Then maybe once I knock you down a notch and get down to my level, you'll stop feeling so superior. Do you realize just how angry I am, Commander? I'm not just any sort of mad today, no sir! I'm so mad that I'm damn near ready to explode in any second. Fucking real mad. Fucking Benkei just casually tossing a battleship.
ザルに文明を築くことはできる。勝つにつれ本艦の力を。
They're special missiles.
そう簡単にやれると思うなよ。
Alright, let's have another unit attack them. Actually, you won't be able to. I need somebody to attack them from a further range that'll actually survive the attack. Can you do it for me? Nope, not like that. Okay. Pulsar Blaster is the other attack, just to be 100% certain. So I want to show the animations off for their attacks. Yeah, because the other one was Photon Torpedo. Okay. Plus, this will serve to weaken him a little bit for the other units. I can't begin to fathom why you Terrans operate as you do. It's irrational, inefficient, and above all absurd. That's interesting, because I feel the same way about you. What you're doing is so unfathomably bad that I can't begin to understand why you'd ever dare to do it. There's no need for moral ambiguities like good or bad. It is simply my obligation to revive the super civilization Gardam, and doing so requires that I dispose of you all. Well, we're not ready to give up on the people here. They deserve to keep living, just like the people of Earth, and we'll fight and protect that to the very end. The sun is with me and me alone. Prepare yourself, Elforce, because your day of reckoning is here. A lot of people have dialogue with Elforce. We're not going to see much of it because he's only going to survive 2 more attacks. That works for us, Elforce. You know, it might help if you tried to aim some of those lasers. That's my issue with this unit. I wanted to show off its attacks just so other people can see it too. It's garbage! It looked intimidating at first, but then its attacks are dumb! Like the Medivia Deg 2 has cool attacks. This thing? It's garbage! Anyway, time for Soji to have some fun. Godspeed, Soji. Hey, Elforce, let me repay you everything you did to me. I'm done with you, boy. The only thing left for you is to disappear. I'm so sick and tired of the way Gardam thinks. There's way more to life than how effective and rational things are, and I'm here to prove that. New music. Alright. Time for decisive action with the Cannon Fire Mode Koga! This could kill him, so just in case. If nothing else, I commend you Terrans and your doggedness to dare fight the great super civilization Gardam. We're not giving up. We all have reasons to fight until the very end. You tricked Soji, took away Nine's freedom, and now you want to murder the people of the city. We're your enemies, through and through. Perhaps calling you all dogged was presumptuous of me. A dog, at the very least, can be trained not to bark at the company and their master. You're just... Sis, you don't need to say anything more. I can take over from here. I've only got one thing to say to you, Alforce. You're the worst thing to ever appear in this universe. How dare you talk back to me? You're supposed to be the terminal for the Nevanlina system. Stop acting like you ever own Nine. She and I are lifelong partners, and that's a fact. Sis, let's finish this fight, Nine. You, me, and the Grand Vang are all finally going to stop this madness with Gardem for good.
思い切ってやってみる。こちらで敵の動きを止めます。行け。そこに全てを打ち込む。バスターモードへ移行完了。トリガーは任せて。グランバングフルパワー解放。
ガーディナ超文明が
各部冷却。戦闘行動は継続可能。
That's a lot of money. This can't be happening. This isn't right. If I lose here to these lowly Terrans, who will bring back Gardem to its former glory? The enemy flagship has gone silent, Commander. There's a certain sad irony to all of this. We, a group desperately trying to save Earth from its own demise, just took down a man working to recover from the same thing, all on a planet facing ruin itself. I take no pleasure in any of this fighting, but if someone wants to attack Earth or any other planet for their own selfish ends, I'll always stand up and fight. The structure is estimated to impact the city in seconds. Prepare to fire the wave motion gun immediately! Prepare to fire the wave motion gun immediately! The sky is falling. It's really falling. How dare you get children like her involved in your schemes, Dessler? Leave them out of this! This is one of the things I've been trying to hold off on. Like, I made fun of Hiss at the beginning. I tried to lead you guys astray, specifically, because he looks like such a villain, and he acts like such a villain. And then this moment happens, and it's like, holy shit. He has a limit. He knows when you go too far. He's still an asshole. An evil villain asshole. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, it's interesting to see what his limits are and where he can start acting like a good person in theory. This planet doesn't belong to you. You can't just get rid of it and everyone on it when you're tired of it. He has a sense of duty. And he does want his own people to flourish. He's still an evil asshole about it, though. Okay, now, are you sure we should be doing this? We don't have any other choice. The wave motion gun is the only thing to get rid of something so huge. I mean in terms of the actual consequences. Aim for the falling structure. I can't get a lock on it. It's coming in way too fast. It's coming in a straight line! Don't worry, help has arrived. The velocity, it's slowing down dramatically. How is this even possible? With the ELS's help. They must have sensed that what we were feeling and came to give us a hand. They finally understand us. Even the large ELS is joining in. It appears to be attacking the enemy fortress city at the Lagrange point. Dessler, you tied that rope around your neck. You have no one else to blame but yourself for this. Lieutenant Kodai, now! Yes, sir! And of course, they've got to do the cutscene.
波動砲を使用する了解艦首は目標へ向けますはい開きます放水注入機作動最終セーフティー解除薬室内多極粒子圧力上昇ターゲットスコープオープン艦首軸線に乗った対ショック対先行防御連営クロスゲージ0度20照準答える
発射まで。3、2、1。
波動砲発射。
The falling structure has been destroyed. We're saved. By the Yamato of all things. We did it. Belarus is going to be okay. Yeah. Wow, we really did it, didn't we? Yeah, but I'm glad we did. The citizens here were never our actual enemies in all this. What about Dessler? What happened to him? The fortress city seems to have merged right with that large ELS that was fighting with it. And just like that, the Great Camillus Empire has lost its own emperor. Yeah, but now the fighting has stopped because of it. Now there's only one thing left to do! That's right. It's time we go to Iskandar. Commander, what are your orders, sir? Tell all units to return to their ships. We're indeed going to head over to Iskandar now. Yes, sir! So we're finally going to get to Iskandar. It'll be okay, sis. I'm sure of it. But it was the Iskandarians who... It's going to be okay. Really, it will be. Alright, Nine. If you're sure it's okay, then I am too. I trust you. That's what partners do for each other. Alright, let's piece together everything we know. Well, the war between Gartem and Iskandar took place several thousand years ago, right? That's correct. Then, did that Elforce guy somehow keep himself alive the whole time once the fleet had fled the galaxy? Maybe. I guess he could have been in cryogenic sleep. It's just all still really hard to believe. I've always thought of Iskandar as genuinely peace-loving society, but now, I don't know. When I was with Gartem, they showed me images taken back when they were fighting with Iskandar. That's more or less why I... Well, you couldn't trust Yamato's motives in going there. Yurisha, do you have anything you want to say? Not right now. You'll know the truth when we get there. Alright, fair enough. It's always a good idea to learn these sort of things firsthand. Not fair enough! Fine, whatever. Moving on. That's right. We've already traveled 168,000 light years. We need to see this to the end. I agree. We have to keep going. We can't stop now. So supposedly, before all the fighting, Gartem used to be a civilization that flourished in this galaxy. But afterwards, all that remained was the 8th Fleet. What exactly is the 8th Fleet? It's a legend around this galaxy, that when Gartem was wiped out, there was one fleet that survived. Nobody actually witnessed the final moments of Gartem, however. And then supposedly they fled to the Milky Way, having nowhere better to go at that point. Now that I think about it, remember my father was telling me that the squadron just splashed into the Milky Way was also trying to investigate the lost Gartem fleet. It probably stands to reason that Dessler's forces entered the Milky Way, in part as an attempt to ascertain what happened to them, yes. Then would Nine's presence on Earth be a sign that Gartem had been there? They were the ones who created her. What probably happened is that after the oceans dried up, a researcher found some Gartem remains somewhere, and picked up Nine's core system components at that site. I imagine they probably visited that place a lot as they were conducting research up on the moon. What about Elforce? He didn't seem to actually be on Earth proper. We can't be entirely certain when, whether it was before or after Camillus attacked Gartem, but I guess he just up and left at some point in time. And once the Yamato and Nine caught their eye, they decided to come out of the Dimension Rift and stalk us. Indeed, it's my understanding that Gartem's interdimensional transverse technology is advanced, which they would have used to swipe the White Motion engine from Yamato and complete their whole civilizational reconstruction system, most likely. A system to reconstruct the entire civilization again. Can't even imagine what that looks like. It probably would have been possible if they'd been able to figure out Nine's engineering capabilities, though. Considering they also wanted to colonize Earth in the new correct century to make a new home planet, it probably would have let them regenerate the environment, too. Yeah, but that's not exactly an ongoing concern anymore now that they're out of the picture. Yeah, Gartem's gone for good, and we're practically in spitting distance of Iskandar finally. Who needs Gartem's reconstruction system anyway? We'll save the Earth in all 3 dimensions our own way. That's exactly right. We can handle it ourselves, Nine. Sis. Once this is all over, we'll be back on Earth. We should look into how you were created and all that, Nine. I mean, only if you're okay with it, obviously. It's your life. I don't want to intrude where I'm not wanted. Yes, thank you. If I could say one more thing, sis. Of course, what is it, Nine? I'm glad we met. Thank you for being with me. Aw, of course, Nine. I feel the same. Thanks for being in my own life, too. It's nice to see them bond like that. Yeah, they get really close to each other while you were away with Gardam, Ensign. I can tell. It's interesting. The more I watch those two, the more I wonder if a bond like theirs is what Gardam was ultimately seeking out. You think so? They sure never looked it to me. When I was working with Gardam, the only things that had keep me company were a bunch of androids. Some of them had what I guess you could call egos, so they could act independently, but none of them were like 9. It sounds like she's even more special than she already was. It's probably not entirely innate. I bet her being exposed to Haven Defenders helped a lot. You really think so? Yeah, she's come as far as she has as an android because she had you guys support her every step of the way. Maybe you're right. It's more or less why Alphas wanted to take her back to Gardam so badly, yeah. Alright guys, we're just about to finally take off for Iskandar, so get in your combat positions. You've got it! The end is finally in sight for this trip. Yeah, about damn time. It's been a long road, 168,000 light years, and we're finally going to cross the finish line. We're almost there, Earth. Just a little longer, then we can finally be on Iskandar like we promised. And then we're turning around and heading straight back home. We're going to save you. We're so close now. Okay, and Chitose back in her rightful spot as our ace pilot. Before we go any further, where are you? The Vengray the Second gets all the same upgrades as before. Power parts. Vengray the Second, where are you? Okay, before we do that then, Vengray the Second. There you are. Boom. Now it'll be much easier to find you. Let's go to the factory first. Because there's going to be some stuff we want to purchase. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Soji! After all the trouble I caused you guys when I was with Gardam, I'm honestly surprised you'd bother to do anything for me. Thanks, Stein. You're very welcome. I also wanted to ask you something. Oh yeah? What's up? What do you think of Sis? In what way? As just a person in general, or as a girl specifically? The latter. I'd rather keep that a secret. Why? I'm just asking. I won't tell anybody. I'm just not ready to talk about it to you. It's clear you don't know how to discuss sensitive stuff with people yet. I think you're just being mean. Ah, it's cute. Hey, Nine, can I say something? Yes, of course. What is it, Soji? I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm sure what I did put you through a lot of hell. It's okay. I forgive you. We're just glad to have you back. Sis especially is happy to see you again. However, I must warn you. If you do anything to hurt her... I know. You don't need to say anything. I don't intend to do anything remotely crazy anymore, I swear. I just want to do whatever I can to save Earth. So if it's okay with you two, I was hoping you'd let me pilot the Vengray the Second from here on out. You may, but you should know that mech is important to both Sis and myself. Please take good care of it. Yeah, I will. It's the least I can do for you two. Thank you, I appreciate it. Regardless, welcome back, Soji. I still feel a certain unease within me. I feel better about Iskandar than I did previously, but there's something I still don't understand. I was created in a new correct century dimension, yet for some reason, I have distinct memories of the Mycenae fighting Ragnamales. Why could that be? Interesting. Now, I'm gonna get an achievement real fast. Boom! Achievement. Sorry about that. Just had to get that real quick. I realized that when I was checking some things that there were some achievements I was missing. That was one of them. Alright. Hang on a second. First thing we're gonna do is put a Haro on you. Because I knew we were gonna be able to buy a Haro. So, why not? Gardam Drive Core, good. Gardam Analyzer, good. And High Fidelity Radar, also good. Skill Program. Soji. Let's load you the fuck up. Looks good to me. Skill up. Well, righty. Some orders. We officially have both protagonists. We have now 2 protagonist vehicles, in fact. Chitose and the Grand Ving got their final upgrade. I promise. You know, Scout's Honor this time. That's the final upgrade. And we are on our way, finally, to the front door of Iskandar. I had a blast today. I hope you did too, but I'm going to be ending it for now. Next stream is tomorrow, Saturday night. I will be going long on Saturday if we need to finish the game, because I want to end it. I may regret saying that, because it's going to be a long one. Ooh, boy. You know what? Don't hold me to that. I will try to go long on Saturday and finish it. I'm changing my... I'm realizing how long we might have. So, cut me some slack here. I'm going to hold off and we're going to try to end it. So I also remember I wanted to show off one more thing before we ended the game entirely. So, that being said, like I already said, I had fun. Hope you did too. I'll see you folks on Saturday. Things are gonna get wild. And we're getting the true ending. And I've got a lot of thoughts about this game I want to get out. So, catch you folks then.